I just want to clarify with BRAC, yes, it did, the last census for it to go to vote in Congress, it cost $35 billion, but that was to keep the bases open. And that was the voting against passing the BRAC. Passing the BRAC would actually end up saving, $32 billion a year closing those bases. So that's what we're actually doing. We're not keeping the bases open, we'll be closing them because all they're doing is being kept with minimal military personnel currently there and just to keep the bases open themselves. So we would be actually closing them unlike, I think, there might have been a misunderstanding and he was thinking trying to keep them open. Also, with the HIV regulations that they keep bringing up, that it provides an increase of organs, they have failed to prove any statistics showing that there's an increase. It's been over a year, yet they have no evidence showing that has helped in any way. Actually, they provided a larger number for the waiting list than our current statistic back in 2013. They have now stated there's over 120,000 on that waiting list, which is an increase from what we were originally looking at. So if anything, the correlation shows that the HIV regulation has not done anything, if at all, it's increased the number of people on that list because now HIV positive people are able to receive those organs. And now there's more people trying to receive organs and less organs available. Also, she was saying, Tamara was bringing up the exploitation of the poor. Well, personally, I think our current system exploits the poor even more. The only two ways that you could get an organ currently is to wait on the donor list, which the annual cost of dialysis while you're on the donor list is $80,000 a year by the Wall Street Journal. And the total cost of getting the kidney transplant and the 4.5 years, the waiting on that donor list costs about $350,000 for that patient to receive. Now, I don't know how many of the lower class can afford that, but doing this, by legalizing the sale, they've projected and shown in other countries such as Iran, the average cost of a kidney would only cost $15,000. That is a fraction of the price. So if anything, we'll be benefiting the poor by lowering the price through regulation and not keeping them on dialysis as long. Also, a lot of what she's saying for the statistics that she brings, or not really statistics, but anecdotes that she brings up by saying how people exploit it, is done in third world countries where they don't have the education system that we have, because we consider them third world countries. They're not on the same economic or educational level as us in a lot of cases. I'm not saying this for every country, but I'm saying on a more general form. Also, for the advertising that she was bringing up, where people will be ripping down other people's advertisements, that's why stated in our solvency, it would be run through the hospital. So it wouldn't be advertisements put out by a private person. You would go to the hospital to receive, to put yourself on the list in order to pay for it. It would be regulated through the hospitals and done, and the monetary value would be done by the state. So we would eliminate any of the advertising, any of that competition. It would be, you show up, you put your name on the list, you pay as soon as it's available. Which would have an increase because you see with Iran where there's already an immediate return. So there was that as well. I do want to just kind of end our argument with two quotes that I really enjoyed on just the ethics and what we need to do, because these are experts in the field, such as Dr. Lewis Smith from the Independent, or Dr. John Harris, my apologies, from the University of Manchester. He quotes, "I believe in a debate and introduction of an organ market are long overdue. Morality demands it. It's time to consider it in this country and internationally. It's an eternal shame to allow completely unnecessary shortage for over 30 years where thousands of people die internationally for the want of organs. That's a measure of an urgent problem." And just to end it with Dr. Charles A. Irwin, where he's quoted in the Journal of Medical Ethics. "When people go to war voluntarily, risking their lives for a country, they're heralded as heroes. We allow people to die for their country, so it seems that we should allow them to risk this injury for the chance to improve the quality of lives of people they love and the people around them. Money for these people is just a means to realize what they value in life. Whether or not a private market organs will increase, it seems that all people have the right to sell." Thank you.